Okay, so as you can see, there is a big empty hole here. This is where the radio goes. So I'm in the new truck. It's a 2026 Freightliner, and I'm actually having someone install the radio because I just don't want to deal with it. I'm on a 34-hour reset, so that means I have 34 hours to just do whatever I want, and installing a radio is not one of them. So I'm going to exchange money for my time. So once the gentleman comes in with all the stuff to install the radio, I'll leave and go do some laundry and probably go have breakfast at IHOP. You guys can see it. There's an IHOP right there. Alright, so it's in there. Got the radio, mic, and then he's out there fixing it. Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, September 21st, and it is 12:30. I am in Lubbock, Texas. It's like this little small town, and I drove in. I got 3:30 in the morning. I was so done, guys. So I slept like 8 hours, and so now I'm up, and I opened up my curtains to scope out what the truck stop looks like. I'm just like right across the fuel islands, and not a single truck is parked out there, and it's like so chill. Like it feels like a Sunday at the truck stop. when you're at home and like in a city or in your like neighborhood, and it feels like a Sunday. It feels like a Sunday here at this truck stop. It's so funny how that feeling translates to like a truck stop. And I'm sitting here just thinking about yesterday, and I wanted to share it with you. I drove through Dallas yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday, the 20th of September, and I had to drive into Dallas yesterday morning. So I started my drive around 9, and I only had to drive around 70 miles to get to my delivery. Well, everything was fine until the last 10 miles before the delivery, and we come to a complete stop on the 20 West. I don't know if any of you were on that highway. It's in Texas, the 20 West. Sorry guys, I just woke up and you're the first person I'm talking to today, so get some water. So what was I saying? Dead stop traffic. It was 4 lanes on the 20 West, and the 3 left lanes were closed, shut down because of construction. There was a broke down truck in the middle lane, and then there was an oversized load blocking the both right lanes. So all the traffic was going around the oversized load, and the right side wasn't moving, and then you had people merging onto the highway. It was a mess. It's on my way to my delivery, so that kind of delayed things. So that was just a headache. And then yesterday, coming out again, that was in the morning, and then at night, coming out of Dallas, like exactly the same thing, like accidents, road closure, and this wasn't even in the same section as in the morning. It was like down the way, and I had a day yesterday. I'm a truck driver, I've been doing this for 3 years, guys, so I can handle situations like just traffic and all of that. But I think because I've been gone, I took the summer off. I think I took all of August. So I think like a month and a half I was off. And so I've been back these past 3 weeks. And these past 3 weeks have been smooth like butter. They've been beautiful. Like, they've been the best 3 weeks. And so I guess yesterday, one bad day, had me freaking out, upset, and just stressed. But funny enough, these two little kids knocked some sense into me. These two little kids. It started with 2 days ago. I was picking up a load, and I was being held by this older woman. She looked really old, and she was really bitter, and she was really rude and abrasive with me. And I was just like, what is going on? Like, what did I do? Not even what did I do. I asked her some questions about the paperwork, and she was just bitter. And she had me thinking, like, man, like, she's gonna live, who knows how long she's gonna live for, how many more years she has left. And I'm like, I hope she doesn't live them being this bitter. Like, I really hope she doesn't. And so I left that. This was like 2 days ago, and I left, right? I had picked up my load, and I was just thinking about her, like, what her life could have been like. Or I don't know why I just started to think about her like that. But I'm going down the road, and I'm going down the road on this like a state highway, and off to like the right I can see like this long silhouette, like it doesn't belong there. And so I'm driving, and I like zoom in on it with my eyesight, and it's his father. It's his man, and he's holding up his son, like maybe his like 4 or 5-year-old son, on his shoulder. And the man is waving hi, and his son is like giving me, like, he's doing the like blow the horn. And just seeing them smile and just excited about the truck and about me coming down the road. So I blow the horn, I then I wave to them, and instantly I'm just like, oh my God, like, I just had this encounter with this bitter person. And instantly, like, there's this child and his father, and they, like, I just feel flutters in my heart of just it being like filled up with just gratefulness. And I'm just like, man, like, I get to drive this big old truck, I get to cross these highways and do what I want, like, just, I'm doing what I want. This is my choice. I've chosen to drive a truck and do this. And it just, that was like, that was an instant where I was just like, man, how quickly things can change. And then yesterday, Dallas traffic coming out was like, we were going 5 miles per hour. Everyone was just merging in front of me, like, we're just trying to, like, we were just all just trying to get through it. And I was just like, my God, I was like, it's like a recap, it's like a replay of the morning. So I'm sitting minding my own business, I'm sitting in my seat, and like, out of my peripheral vision, like, I catch a glimpse. And so I look down, and it's this little girl, just, she has her head propped up like in her open window, and she's like waving like this, and she's just like staring up at me, and with, like, you can see so much awe in her eyes, and she's just like she can't believe the truck. And I think it's because I'm a female. I'm in this big old truck, and she caught me off guard and just started laughing. I was like, what are you looking at? What is going on? And I usually like keeping my cab dark because I don't like people like, you know, looking in. But I have my new radio, and my new radio has a little bit of a light. You can change, it's like purple or blue, and so you can see a little bit more in here. And so we're going down, and as she's going further up, she like sticks her head out, and she's like, come up. Like, she just wants to see me, like she wants to be next to me. And so, you know, with traffic letting me, I would come up to her, and she just, I would look down, and she would just look up. She would just look up at me. Like, she had her head, and she'd just look up with like awness in her eyes. And I could see it in her and sense it in her. And I just, you know, I looked down, smiled, and just waved, and like, you know, I was on the phone, and I thought of blowing the horn, but I was like, I think that would probably scare everybody who's around us. And just sitting there was like, again, I was like, my God, like these kids, just their innocence and their true feelings and their true like reactions are, gosh, they're moving. And I was just sitting there, was like, you know what, this traffic was worth it. Sitting in traffic was worth it, just to see this little girl be in awe and just, you know, just saying hi. And I was just like, my God, like, I think we all forget, I think, that maybe other people see our job, what we do, and are like, wants, maybe are curious about it, or you know, might want to do it. I think all jobs, you know, because everyone's different, we all want different things. And all that to say, it was like a moment of like a realization, like, of just how grateful I am, and how grateful I am to have the choice to be able to do trucking. So I just made breakfast. I have artichokes. Okay, we're gonna go clockwise. So artichokes at 12 o'clock. Then you have a cracker with goat cheese and strawberries. You have eggs, 3 egg whites, 1 yolk, half an avocado, and then 2 baby tomatoes that were just kind of hanging around the fridge. So it's time for them to get eaten. So this is breakfast. Yeah, just Sunday at the truck stop. So I've eaten breakfast, and we're getting ready to go back out to the truck stop, use the bathroom, pick up some coffee, and then take off to pick up our delivery. So let's do that. I never ever leave the truck without my sunglasses. Still bright out there, so I think it's, let me see how hot it is today. It is, let me see, it's 89, but even if it's hot like this, I always wear pants and boots. So yeah, so let's head over to the truck stop. My God, it's like a desert out here. a dry hot, which isn't as bad as that humidity that you have like in Louisiana, Florida, the deep south. It's nice and dry right now. Throw my trash away.